All right, so I've reached a conclusion, and maybe some of you are feeling the same way. Maybe you think my observations are going to be a little bit of hyperbole, and it seems though that people enjoy the lockdowns. People are enjoying them at large because there's no there's no other rationale for going out and seeing a person walking down the street by themselves wearing a mask. There's no other explanation. I don't know of any states, even with the most draconian measures in place, who are requiring individuals who are out in the fresh air and the sunshine to wear a face mask. So my conclusion is that people seem to enjoy the lockdowns. They seem to enjoy being restricted. They seem to enjoy being told what to do. There's no other explanation. It's mind-blowing. And I've given my testimony going to Walmart, which I really hate for a number of reasons. Walmart made some of the largest profits last year off of this particular situation, as did Amazon. Actually, the business model, I believe it or not, I would prefer the Amazon business model at this stage because I could avoid going to see the zombie apocalypse each day. And I'm sure that's been part of their effectiveness, is that, hey, I can just bypass this. I've got Prime. The way gas prices have been lately, I don't have to go anywhere and they'll deliver it to me. I think it's what, like 130 something for a Prime membership. Of course, Amazon supports some of the worst things on planet Earth, but people make that trade-off. They go, okay, I can pay this devil or I can pay the other devil, right? And so I'll pay the devil, at least the one that helps me avoid this sort of mind siege, I'll call it, because that's what it is. It's a siege on the human mind at this point, with the images of people who are, and I if you think I'm a wuss because I'm traumatized, and I do feel traumatized when I look around and I see everybody, little children included, wearing this stupid thing. And the fact that there's no media outrage at all because they think you're a hero. I was told last week it's patriotic. It's patriotic to wear one of these things. Okay, whatever. So you have that selling point, right? You have somebody telling you, the president of the United States or whomever, telling you that it's patriotic. And after a while, that messaging permeates the human mind at large, and people think to themselves, well, how unselfish am I? How spectacular am I as a person? Because I am doing all of these amazing things to help stop the spread. Remember 15 days or whatever? Yeah. Well, I think people enjoy this stuff. There's no other explanation. The fact that people aren't clamoring for their freedom, the people aren't protesting, that organized protesting has not occurred. It's beyond the pale. And pressing against this very, pervasive narrative, if you had big demonstrations or you had rebellion, some of this would have to be reported. But there are no large-scale protests here in the United States. And like I say, you walk out in public, and my point was, I go to that Walmart, for instance, it's 99% compliance. I am one of maybe 2 people in the store that I don't even have a mask on me. In other words, I couldn't put one on if I wanted to. I left the dirty one I used to have. I left it, and I probably discarded it at some point. I mean, I haven't worn a mask in public in, I'd say, 7 or 8 weeks. I had one in my pocket one time, and then I said, you know what? Screw it. Not doing it. But I think everybody else wants to do it. As far as what you can do, people want to rush out and get, have their body experimented on, because that's what this is. Oh, well, you're just being extreme. This is something good. No, it's not good. It was fast tracked. And typically, there are long-term studies that are done on vaccinations. Typically, that's what happens. And in this case, that did not happen. All right. If you want to take that risk, it takes a lot more courage to do that than to just say, I'm not complying with all of these stupid edicts that aren't working. Because this is what people need to understand. If this worked, right, why are we still having to do it if it worked? 12, 13 months and nothing. We got nothing to show for it. They're talking about third wave, fourth wave, 10th wave. Grab a surfboard because you'll catch a wave. It's just insanity, folks, is the definition of doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. We are in that place. We've been in that place now for months and months. But I'm deadly serious about the fact that people seem to be enjoying this. And if you don't think they are, look around. Look around. The fact that people have all these designer things on their face now, designer stuff like pictures and slogans, American flags, really? Really? Please. I mean, unless you've got the hammer and sickle or something, at least be honest. At least if you got the swastika, then yeah, okay, that would make some sense. But the American flag, so yeah, it's patriotic. Mask up, it's patriotic. Okay. I heard by July 4th you might be able to, enjoy some time with your family, but I heard that was rescinded. Every holiday we hit, we just had Easter, right? And then I hear this, hey, maybe next Easter we can, what? Huh? What? I didn't do anything different for Easter. I mean, I went, took my kids out, did the Easter egg stuff, did what we normally would do, went to church, and I didn't do anything differently. But the rest of the world, no, not yet. It's too soon for that Easter egg roll. Nope. Follow the science. You're going to follow the science off a cliff. Okay. And now, from a psychological standpoint, the conditioning that's going on is outrageous. And there's no dissent. There's no dissenting viewpoint. It's outrageous and it makes me sick. But the conclusion that I've reached, which I keep repeating throughout this, and you can have, I know there are a few comments sometimes on these videos, not that many. I know the whole thing is being throttled down. So this one, we'll see if this one even gets through. If not, it'll be over on Rockfin. You can watch it over there at Live Free or Die on Rockfin. I'll keep saying that because that's really the channel of the future. If I can figure out how to do the crypto, I might be okay. The point, and it's a big point, is that if people aren't willing to fight back because they like it, they're going to tell you why. Why should we stop? We should just do this. There's one survey that says that we should, not a survey, but there's a consensus among certain people that we should try this for a solid year, and not just all the things we've been doing, but the shelter in place orders again need to be reinstated. Shelter in place for a year. Keep in mind, folks, all right, the factory, if this was really, as easily spread and so forth, and people were really worried, they wouldn't send everybody to the same factory, which is the Walmart or your supermarket or your convenience store or whatever it is. Because you can't, by the way, you can't socially distance in a Walmart, especially when it's busy. You can't do it. You can't do it in a convenience store unless you're just buying gas and you can do pay at the pump, right? But for the most part, all of these things that they told us, oh, you can go get food, sure. And there are people with giant carts of food and lots of toilet paper, and they just got another stimulus check. We're going down a road, people, that is, I'm sorry, we already had the Fortnite culture. I like to, every once in a while, I'll call it the Fortnite culture. You know, video games, Fortnite. It's we're already there. And this is what I mean. People aren't that frustrated by lockdowns because technology has already partially locked down a lot of people. And they've just submitted to that, and they've just acquiesced to that because that's their lifestyle. Their lifestyle is looking at their phone all day and playing with it. Who said one on Facebook? I got to check this. I've been guilty of this, but in the last couple of years, I've really, especially on Facebook, and I mean, yeah, I'm on Twitter, back and forth on Twitter. I'm on there. I hate it, but I'm on there. And I'll spend maybe 10 minutes for a little while and then 5 minutes a little while. But it's not an all-day obsession. It's not, just running like a ticker in the background somewhere on one of my devices where, oh, I got to respond to this. No. This whole thing almost seems very designed. And if you think it's not designed and it's just a fluky coincidence, then it's a fluky coincidence. But here we are. I honestly think people are okay with this, and that is why it's going to continue. And I don't know how to wake up my fellow brothers and sisters. I don't know how to do it. I mean, you can give them stats. You can throw stats at people, stats you won't hear other places. Come over here and I'll show you. Get off this platform and I'll send you a link. Give me your email and I'll send you stuff. There are websites. There's one website in particular. If you go to my Rockfin channel, I have been using information from that website, and it's amazing, the data, the information that's out there. There was a doctor on there talking about treatments. Okay, there's all kinds of stuff that you can get, but there's so many people that don't even know. And because it's been 12, 13 months, 14 months now worth of just, I'll call it what it is gaslighting. And it's despicable because nobody asks any questions. Nobody ever says, how many people recovered from COVID-19? Nobody ever wonders, gee, all these people recovered. That's awesome news, right? No, people don't want awesome news. They want bad news continuously. They want to feel as though they're helpless. This is what was instilled last spring. You're helpless. Just wait. Just wait. If you're diagnosed, you're just going to have to wait. Wait for what? I mean, I'm going to take matters into my own hands. If that were to happen to me, I'd be like, okay, what are the things I can do? What things can I do instead of waiting for the government to do something which could be very dangerous? So again, who knows? This could be strike two. I don't know. We'll find out. But my guess is, folks, that people really like this. They really like it. On some level, they are already captive to themselves in a way. They're already addicted to some behaviors. And this whole thing has enhanced those addictions and behaviors, and is also a great excuse for everything now. Everything. Somebody who likes to blame other people for their problems, this is on a silver platter every day. Well, COVID, because COVID, and because of this, and because of that, and I have to do this, and I will be perpetually doing this for the rest of my life. This is our new normal. It's going to be great. It's going to destroy planet Earth, and maybe that's the point, right? Maybe, everybody says, yeah, technology can be very beneficial in some ways. It can make your life easier. Yeah, GPS is great. I can get directions. I can do what I need to do. Look at this. You know, I used YouTube and I fixed my washer and dryer thanks to the video that was posted. Now I'm a handyman. Those are great things. Those are good things. But the complacency that has resulted from the other half of this has been just absolutely devastating. And it's made it so this kind of propaganda can flourish, and then people are like, okay, I want to be patriotic. I want to do my part. I want to save grandma. You know, I don't want grandma to die. And so this is it. Rather than take care of grandma and isolate and do the things you should do for grandma, we have now, I mean, the thing about asymptomatic is probably the most devious of all of this. I have no symptoms. I have nothing's wrong with me, but there is. Well, you took a test and you failed that test. So you need to do something about it. Okay, well, what can I do? I'm not sick. Well, you need to not go anywhere. You need to stay put, and you need to wait for the injection. Wow. I mean, and it's wall to wall, every channel. More vaccines are coming. Don't worry. More vaccines, more injections. People are lining up. They can't wait. But yet we're still going to be doing the same stuff even after all these people take the experimental vaccine. They're still going to have to just keep doing the same thing that they've been doing, which is insanity. And they like it, which is more insanity. And they see you as a threat if you don't believe in what they believe in. They think you're selfish. They think you're trying to hurt people and so forth by living your life normally. Well, we can never go back to normal. Look, there is going to be an argument from some brave soul who will say, well, what's the point then? If you can't live your life to the fullest, if you can't pursue happiness, then what's the point? And that's going to probably lead to a lot of people thinking that maybe I should just check out. And this is why you hear about certain statistics with regards to depression and anxiety, and you know what is up from that, the higher levels of that, which lead to a person deciding that they don't want to be here anymore. Anyway, that's my video. We'll see if it remains up. I didn't, you know, I tried to be diplomatic the way I frame this, but there's really, you know, we're in a point now where if we're not able to communicate the things that we want to communicate and the things that are on our hearts, then again, that's going to destroy humanity. And it's already doing irreparable damage to it. Like I say, if this doesn't go anywhere here, the video will be also uploaded to Rockfin. You can check it out there as well, where it's a platform of free speech and you can pretty much talk about whatever you want to talk about, which is the way life used to be. And it used to be pretty cool when you could do that. And anyway, thanks for watching.